This video is sponsored by Bityard. With over 400 cryptos to trade on their spot, perpetual coin futures, USDT futures, with leverage of 1x to up to 125x, you can trade foreign exchange, commodities like gold, silver and oil, and traditional markets like Nasdaq, all with some of the lowest fees available on any trading platform. You can use their copy trader to copy other traders with better performance than you, or you can become a copy trader yourself and earn a few extra percent from the people that follow you. Plus you got 9 out of 10 stars from the Coin Bureau guy. Bityard! Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Jasmy real quick. There's not a great deal to say about it, but it is good. And those who know are part of my Discord or my Telegram will know that I quite like it. To be honest with you, I do quite like it. And yeah, buying in these levels, kind of tradable. But as we approach the end of this bear market, I think I might go a little heavier into this for all the reasons I've explained in the past. But as far as its chart's concerned, there's a bit of rhythm to it. Looks like it's at resistance at the moment though, but yeah, we do know that resistances can break, and if it breaks then good. But let's have a look at it first of all. So we'll start by looking at the Bitcoin pair, which is the more telling of the two. You know, I trade things with Bitcoin for the most part. That's usually my preference. So Jasmy, and again, yeah, Jasmy's liquidity is not too bad, considering what altcoins are looking like these days. So just going back in time, we had this big move up here and a consolidation, broke out the descending triangle, generally a bullish sign. Some accumulation took place around this kind of level, so roughly between 38 sats and about 47, 48 sats. So that's quite a range though. It doesn't sound like much, but when we're dealing with very small sats, you know, that is a 27-28% range, give or take. And at the moment we're moving outside of that range, and we're above all major moving averages apart from the 200 and the 200 exponential over here. So we just bring it down a notch onto the 12 hourly. We can see that we've been rejected on the 200 exponential on the 12 hourly. But on top of this, we do have something very interesting set up, like really good sort of stuff. This is what we like to see. So those of you who've watched my tutorial videos that I've been doing recently, if not, join the Discord. It's all sort of in there for you to see. Otherwise, it is on my YouTube anyway, but you'll have to look for them all. So what we're looking at here is a conversion baseline cross above the cloud on a 12 hourly. And so this on its own, matched with the fact that the Chiku span's closed above price action as well, and the price is above the cloud. This is a continuation of a trend signal, right? That's basically what it is. It is a continuation of a trend signal generated from this level over here. So this should be the beginning of what could be a continued trend. Obviously, that's what a continuation of a trend signal is, and it will be given. We'll be told to exit that as well on the 12 hourly when the Chiku span touches price action. And for the moment, it looks like it's still early days. So I don't want to jinx everything by saying that Jasmy's bullish. And obviously, when you look at a chart like this is just the Binance chart. You go onto Gate.io, you can see how wrecked it really is. It's deadly. So don't go put in all your money into something like this. In fact, you know, if your money's not already in it, I'd say don't bother with it right now, because we're already broken out of an accumulation range, and you know, we're at the mercy of Bitcoin, and you know, there's all kinds of reasons why you might not want to put money in at this level. Mostly the fact that we are hitting resistances. But yeah, just on the 12 hourly on the Bitcoin pair, looks quite good. If we can push above this level, which is 56 sats, we should have continuation, to be honest with you, at least up to our next major area of resistance, which on a horizontal level is going to be between 62 and 64 sats. We'll just stick it in there at 63. And this might not sound much, but we're talking low sats, so that's a further 17% from where we are already. And again, if you haven't accumulated in the accumulation zone, then you know, these returns might not seem much, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, this is a decent trade. 64% versus its Bitcoin pair. Now, with that said, you know, that is only a 12 hourly on the Bitcoin pair. You go to the daily, it's a different story. There's not much to talk about on the daily. We are hoping to approach that level, but not really much to be said. So let's go over to the tether pair, which makes it look a lot worse, I have to say. So we're gonna have to zoom in on this one, or maybe we could just put it onto our log scale. Actually, it'll make it a bit easier to see. So yeah, what we see here is a massive downtrend. We did have a descending triangle. We broke out of that. Sort of accumulated to an extent, although you could argue this is just yet another consolidation that's broken out and is accumulating in this area. Now this is a daily, so we're looking at it, you know, as far as a longer term time frame is concerned, and this is a significant resistance for it. So 1.1 cent, 1.2 cent to the 200x to the 50 exponential. Not particularly feeling the idea of that breaking out and continuing, to be fair, although it could, but it doesn't really look like it's possible. We are in the process of forming a golden cross. It doesn't look like it's going to happen immediately, but it could happen at some point soon. A pump signal was given to us on the Itchy Cloud as well yesterday on this, from what I can see, and that's played out to this resistance. So we are pushing resistance on both Bitcoin pairs and Tether pairs. And even though we've not got any sort of major divergences, bearish divergences or anything to be concerned about, that is significant resistance. And as far as its tether pair is concerned, this is the top side of its accumulation range after just breaking outside of this descending trend line. So, long story short, like, I am quite bullish on this, generally speaking, but I think this move that it's done so far, you know, for its tether pair, you know, it's at a significant level. And if it can break from here, that would complement the 12-hourly of the Bitcoin pair, which suggests a continuation of a trend to around about 62 to 64 sats almost immediately. But we all know that obviously Bitcoin can dump and altcoins can remain reasonably strong throughout this process. We've seen it before. That's how we managed to do those gains about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And that sort of process can happen again. So by looking at the tether pair, it looks like it's met its temporary top for the moment, although if it did break from here, we could easily be moving up to about 1.4 cents, I would say, to this previous range top. If you think about what we're looking at over here, that would be its previous range top. And that, again, you know, if we were to measure where we are right now to where we're going up there, you know, that would make sense in a trending market. If Bitcoin continues to go up and altcoins continue to go up as well, you would expect to see the returns on Bitcoin pair that we saw, which is, you know, good, but not as much. And we could see a 27% for tether pair. So if Bitcoin's healthy and continues to move up, Jasmy would likely continue to move up on its tether pair up to about 1.4 cents. If Bitcoin's unhealthy or boring or sideways, we still might see an increase in sats to 63, give or take. But overall, like, it is a nice chart. I think that there is some simmering potential here, but we are in the midst of a bear market, let's face it. Altcoins are more risky now than they've ever been, fair enough, but they can still offer some potential. But realistically, we are at resistance right now, but if this breaks, then yeah, 25% easily for its tether pair and about 17-18% for its Bitcoin pair. And there you go. That's all you need to know about Jasmy for the moment. Anyway, like and subscribe and put bells on, and tell your next door neighbor to come and watch the channel, and join the Discord and the Telegram and the blah, 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 blah. Just do it all, alright? Do everything. That's what I'm supposed to say anyway. Or else the channel will never grow. Anyway, hopefully you have a nice day. Take it easy.